Hi, very good. Welcome back, or welcome to this new video series where I will help you improve your English. We will use basic sentences that get progressively more difficult. We will answer short answers that get progressively longer. Um, Asking questions is a really good way of learning English. Basically, communication stems from questions. It's the very essence of a language. I always think the first question that was ever asked was, "What are you doing?" Because someone's actions are rather important and have great emphasis or have great repercussions on someone else's life. So, yes, maybe the first question ever asked was by somebody's wife, um, who said, "What are you doing?" to her husband, who would have looked shocked and surprised by this rather intrusive question. Anyway, I digress. Thank you for joining us. It's quite a simple uh, video stream. Basically, we go through questions which get progressively longer, more complex. So even if you're at a basic level, you should be able to get value from the first part of this video or stream, and then you can then push yourself to the next stage. If your level is higher, there are different stages, so you can join in and respond to as much as you can, really. We repeat a lot because language repeats a lot, and it's the best way to learn. So let's get into this first class. The first topic is travel. So, travel. The goal of this lesson is to build fluency using chunking and repeating key question and answer. Ooh, typo. Structure. I find this works really well with my students in classes as part of a more broader learning scope. This type of lesson it just doesn't include vocabulary focus. What I like my students to do is to have a certain interest in what they're learning to find things out for themselves. So I did contemplate whether to have pictures to accompany this, but it's not that type of lesson. If you're not sure of what any word means, then pause the video or make a note of the word and then look it up. This is always the best way. Self education, self learning is the best way forward. So we start with one word comfort answers. Two options, say one word answer. So, beach or mountains? You can just say beach or mountains. It's an easy, quick answer to this question. Hotel or apartment? Summer or winter holidays? Simple, one word answers. I hope you were able to answer them all. If you need any more time to think about it or to look up certain words you don't know, please do pause the video at any time. Stage 2. Very short answers, but we want a little bit more structure now. Do you enjoy traveling? So, quite a good answer here would be so the question, do you? Do questions really want a yes or a no answer? They're a yes or no question type. You could just say yes or no, but that would be a waste of an opportunity to practice English. So I would say yes, I enjoy traveling. What we will do in this video series, we will encourage you to repeat large parts of the question, as much of that question as possible. It's really good opportunity to practice. So, do you enjoy traveling? Yes, I enjoy traveling. Do you? Yes. Change the pronoun to I to answer the question, and just repeat the rest of the question. So, do you enjoy traveling? Yes, I enjoy traveling. Do you travel often? How would you answer this? You could just say yes, no. But let's use every opportunity we have to practice English and proper sentence structure. So, do you travel often? Yes. I, change that pronoun, I travel often. No, I, yes, right, don't travel often. If it's a negation, then use the question form that's used in the question, to do. The question type is do. So if you don't, if it's the negative of do, then don't. Do, don't. I do. You don't have to say, yes, I do travel often, unless you want to emphasize that that is your response. So you could say, yes, I travel often. Or you could say, yes, I do travel often. If you want to emphasize that the question is yes. If you want to emphasize the negation, then no, I don't travel often. Stress the do or the don't. If we're not using do, we don't really stress travel. So we wouldn't really say, yes, I travel often. It sounds weird. So if you want to emphasize the fact that it's a positive answer, then put that do in there. Yes, I do travel often. Got it? Do you like airports? So I'm going to let you answer this one, as going from what we've said already. How would you answer it? If it's a yes or no? Well, I hope you have said to yourself, yes, I do. We want to emphasize, like airports. Or no, I don't like airports. Cool. Don't forget your full stops at the end of the sentences, and all sentences begin with capital letters, and proper nouns like I are capitals. Okay, let's move on to stage 3. Routine repetition. Usually. So remember, usually and routine questions use the present simple. They're things we always or usually do. So, where do you usually go on holiday? This question, okay, we're asking for where. It wants a location. Lost my pen. Where? Where do you go on holiday? So, you could say Brazil, if it's Brazil. But one-word answers are good in that they answer questions. When you're learning a language, you want to use every opportunity to practice. So, let's see how we would answer this question to use all the practice possibilities. Where do you usually go on holiday? So the question wants to know about you. So I usually go on holiday. I usually go on holiday Brazil. Is that right? No. Lacking a preposition. Because here we go to somewhere. So the question could be, where do you usually go to on holiday? Sometimes someone would use that. Where do you usually go to on holiday? But we really need the two. No, we don't need it in the question, we need it in the answer. I usually go on holiday to Brazil. Or I usually go to Brazil on holiday. Both are okay. Who do you usually travel with? So, the question here is asking about people. The subject of this question is you. So your answer will be I. Again, following this answer here, we say I usually travel with. I usually travel with. And then the who wants to be at the end. We want this reveal. If you want, we want to reveal. It's almost like we are revealing. We're keeping someone in suspense with this answer, with these answers. So rather than just going my mum and dad or my husband, we keep a little bit of suspense. I usually travel with my husband, my wife, my children, my family. With who? Okay. What do you usually pack first? So, a little bit trickier here. So it's asking about an item. Subject of the question is you. So I. How would you answer this? Well, not as easy as this or the other two questions where we can just repeat the question and then add the location in 1 or the person in 2. We can't say I usually pack first, let's say socks. I usually pack first socks. No. Here, this is an order word, so it works a lot better after the noun. So here the what would be here. I usually pack something what. Here is your what first. The order word goes at the end. It can go, if you want to place it at the start, that's fine. It can go at the start. First, I usually pack something, or better, or at the end. But it sounds better after the noun, after the reveal. Okay, thanks for watching up to stage 3. I will continue the series, so we will continue with travel. Hope this has been good for you. After a few videos, or eventually I hope to put some help sheets and some worksheets under these videos. But I hope you've enjoyed it. Join me again, and we will venture into stage 4 of travel. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next video.